Apple cider. Oh, oh, y'all didn't hear that. Good morning, you all. I'm a little bit rushing around this morning. I meant to get this chicken in the crock pot sooner, but needless to say, I'm running a little bit late. It's just 8:50 here, so I'm good on time. I found a recipe for barbecue pulled chicken that I'm going to try. Their recipe is for 3 chicken breasts. I've got this big family pack, which looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm going to double or triple the recipe. But we'll get on into that. I'm going to cut up my chicken. I need to wash my hands and slow down and get my gloves on. I don't like chicken hands. As soon as I touched it, I was like, I don't have my gloves. Let me wash my hands. Ignore my dirty dishes over here. That's what happens when you get in too big a hurry. I haven't done my dishes from yesterday. Well, I actually had my dishes done up. But by the time all the men folk come in and gone, they leave a little treat for me the next morning. It's probably going to be hard to get these gloves on where my hands is a little damp. Okay. But what I was saying, I'm going to cut up this chicken breast into chunks. So not only will it help it to cook faster, but it will also be easier to shred for the pulled chicken. We're not going to have this for lunch. I'm going to fix this today. And so reason why I'm not in a hurry, I'm in a hurry, but I'm not in a hurry. In other words, this can go all day. I don't have to worry about having it ready by the time the men folk come in. I just want to get an early start and get it done, get it prepared, and put in my pan and allow it to cool before it gets too late this evening. So like I said, it comes Saturday early morning, I can just put this in a crock pot and allow it to warm back up. It'll already be cooked. That way I don't feel that pressure overhead of, I hope it's done, I hope it's done. Like I said, Saturday, put in a crock pot. That's my theory. It just helps me rest better to do it that way. I'm going to trim some of the fat off this chicken. I'm also in a little hurry. I don't know if being in a hurry is the right way to really describe it. My energy taps out right around noon. So if I've got anything that I need to do, I like to get it done before noon, before I run out of energy. I've got a big silver bowl here. I'm going to put this chicken breast over. Now, a lot of people say, well, if that's going to go in the crock pot, why don't you just mix it all in the crock pot? I could do that, but I prefer not to. That's just the simple truth of it. I like to have a big bowl such as this. It's so much easier to mix and then put it in the crock pot. Anything that's like a big batch of something that you got to make, it's just easier to do it that way. For me, it's easier. A lot of people say, well, that's extra dishes, you don't have to. Well, lucky for you, I'm washing them. But no, I don't. I'd rather wash the bowl than struggle to try to mix something. You know, if your container's too small when you're trying to mix stuff, a lot of times it wants to come out over the side of your, like for instance, your crock pot or whatever, and then you're having to clean up extra mess that you made anyway. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. I'm trying to get as much fixed ahead of time before Saturday. Like my coleslaw, I will fix a fresh batch of that tomorrow. I bought some of those fresh garden green beans. I'm thinking about fixing those up tomorrow and setting them in the fridge and just allowing them to be heated up the next day. So that's the plan, Stan. And hopefully Saturday, I plan on baking the pie. I'm going to do that fresh. I can't remember what all had on my list to cook. I'll have to look at it again here a minute and see what all needs to be done tomorrow and what all I'm going to be leaving for Saturday. My husband asked me last night if I'd put on a pot of beans today in the pressure cooker, and he's wanting some of that low-carb Mexican bread I made. I said, well, if I don't run out of energy and steam, I'll try to do it. So what I'll probably do is try to go ahead and get that going and made after I get this chicken all put together and in the crock pot, get it going. I'm going to take and these chicken scraps, they'd be good to make broth off of, but I don't want to put them in the trash. Like, I keep enough of that chicken broth on hand that's in the powder, so I don't typically save my chicken scraps. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put these in a little bag and I'm going to put them in the freezer. Our trash runs really early on Friday mornings. I'm going to get them out of the freezer tomorrow morning and then put them in the trash. That way it don't sit there and get nasty. And yeah. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm pretty much of a scatterbrain these days. My mind just goes blank on me right mid-sentence. Okay. There we go. I'll put this back in the little bag it came in. Then I'm going to take my knife and my cutting board. I'm going to put it over here by the sink to be washed after a while. I'm going to go ahead and use some of this Dawn Power Wash and give it a good spray. And I'm going to wash my hands. You got to be really safe with chicken. Might could get by with this bowl. My bigger bowl is dirty. Alright, so let's see what this recipe says. Okay, so I'm basically going to try to triple the recipe. It says 18 ounces of Sweet Baby Ray's. This bottle is only 40 ounces. I think for it to be tripled, it's closer to 50. But I'm going to use just this bottle. And if it looks like I need a little bit more, I've got a little bit of another bottle in the fridge. How's the weather been in your all's neck of the wood? That's the topic this week everywhere, is about the weather. good way to take out your pent-up aggressions. Alright, that's good. I'll leave that turned upside down. They might have a little bit more runs down here in a minute. Okay, 1/3 cup light brown sugar. Here's 1/3 cup. Now I don't know what 1/3 cup is because the brain ain't mathing. So I'll just use my 1/3 cup and I'll do it 3 times. That'll work, won't it? Now it says to use light brown sugar. Okay. I thought it called for dark and I was going to say I just have light. But no, it actually called for the light. That's a lot of sugar. Shoo. I won't be able to eat much of this chicken at all. Maybe eat it without the bread. I've got the Truvia brand of the brown sugar, and if it's just me eating it, I'd probably use that. But you gotta be careful with that stuff. It'll run you to the bathroom sometimes. Sorry if that grosses anybody out. 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar. I forgot to get that out a while ago. Apple cider. Oh! Oh. Y'all didn't hear that. How much did it say? 2 tablespoons. So that would be 6. I figure that helps break up that sweetness a little bit of that brown sugar. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. Welcome to real life with Sandra. Alright, I'll taste it before I pour it in on that chicken. Alright. This is so funny. You can't make this stuff up. Teaspoon of olive oil. You all can tell me later that you were laughing with me and not at me. Alright. A teaspoon of garlic powder and onion powder. Well, let me get another one because I got that in all greasy. Teaspoon. So 1, 2. I hate them rattling together. That irks my nerves, hearing that noise. I'm hoping next week it'll be a little cooler, hopefully a lot cooler. Oh yeah, call for garlic powder too. Same measurement. Because I'm over this heat. Okay, 1/4 of a teaspoon of paprika, 1/4 of a teaspoon of chili powder, and 1/4 of a teaspoon white pepper. So almost a teaspoon, so I'll use that teaspoon measure. Just let it come out a little bit shy. Just that. There we go. That white pepper is strong. Okay, let me get a whisk and I'll start stirring this up. And then I'll give it a taste to see how it tastes before I pour it over that chicken. Okay, let's give it a taste. Tastes good. It's sweet, but it's got a little bite of the acidic from that apple cider vinegar, but in a good way. And as that brown sugar melts and kind of liquefies and mixes in, it's going to be just a little bit sweeter. I think it's going to be perfect. At least that's what I'm telling myself. But it does taste good. Now I'm just going to pour this over my chicken. I haven't made pulled chicken in a long time. I'm more of a chicken person when it comes to meat than I am any other kind of meat. I used to like pork quite a bit, but anymore, it seems like as you get older, your taste just change. And I'm not a big pork fan, except for bacon, ham occasionally. I like to use pork in my beans when I cook them. That's about it anymore. Now, I like a good steak, but who eats steak anymore, you know? It's so expensive. That's like a luxury thing. But I like a good hamburger. And a good cube steak's good. But yeah, I like beef, but for normal weekly eating, it's usually chicken for me. Okay, let me get my slow cooker. It's over on the table. I was looking for it. And pour all this stuff in there. Let's get this off here. I cover my slow cookers with saran wrap and then put the lid on top. I think it just helps keep dust from accumulating and getting down in the pot. I just try to take care when I'm removing it so that dust doesn't go flying everywhere. You end up in it anyway. There we go. Because even though that lid has like a silicone seal on it, I've always noticed that dust still gets in on anything. Rake all this good sauce in there. Okay. Alright, I'm going to put the lid on this and I'm going to take it over to my counter there where I've got my plug in. Plug it up, let it go all day, and hopefully it'll be good for dinner. But I'll go and get that started, and then I'm going to try to get me some beans going and fix him some of that cornbread. He hardly ever asks me for anything in specific, so I'm going to try to do that for him. Oh, this is heavy. It says to let that cook for on slow or on low. I think it says 6 to 7 hours, or on high 3 to 4. I'm just going to let it go low and slow. I think it cooks better that way. Well, I've got the beans on and getting ready to make his cornbread. I'm already running out of steam. I did manage to get my dishes washed up. They weren't too bad. Oh, I was going to fix me a drink real quick. Hold on, you guys. I buy this Minute Maid 0 sugar strawberry lemonade. My mom got me started on that. It's so good. But I'm needing a little bit of refreshing. I have not showered. I have not combed my head today. That's my next thing on the list after I get this bread made, is to get in the shower and get cleaned up. I thought I'd share with you what I have planned for 4th of July dinner. I'm going to make barbecue chicken, or, you know, the pulled chicken. I'm going to fix some hot dogs. I'm going to make some coney sauce to go with that. I'm going to cook those good fresh garden green beans. I'm probably going to add some ham in that to season them. It's going to be good. Might even add a few of those white potatoes. I should have picked some of them up at the farmer's market, but I've got some canned ones. That'll work too. I've got the potato salad already bought. I'm going to make the coleslaw tomorrow. Chocolate pies, I'll either make 1 or 2. I might just make 2 of them. Tabby, my daughter-in-law, she's going to be bringing some burgers and making a dessert. And then I got to get out tomorrow. I got to get buns. I've got the chips, the pop, the plates, and everything else. So that's the plan so far. But I went to round up my ingredients to fix this low-carb cornbread for my husband. And I was like, oh, do I have any cheddar cheese? And I didn't have any, so I went and started seeing what I did have. I like using just the plain cheddar, and I like shredding it myself because it's a thicker shred for that bread. And I'm sure just regular, the thin fancy cut would have been fine. But once I got looking, I found a little bit of cheese that I'd already shredded and forgot about. And then I found like maybe 2 or 3 little bags that had a little bit of cheese left in them that was needing used up. I was like, you know what? I'm not running into town. I was dreading it, but I was going to do it for him. And by the time I emptied out all those little containers, I should have plenty to make his bread for him. I'm sure he won't complain. That don't look too good. This onion had been sitting in there for a while too, and I thought, well, there ain't no need in cutting on a new onion when this needs used up. I usually don't use purple onion in it. I usually just use like the regular yellow onion or some type of sweet onion. But this needs used up before it went bad, so purple onion or red onion it is. The kids run in a while ago. They're out there playing in their pool. Little wet feet and all. And their mommy come in and she says, oh, they got water all over. I said, it's fine. It's fine. You know, in your older years, you tend to mellow out a lot of the times. In my younger days, that probably would have been like, oh, let's hurry and dry it. I'm like, it's fine. It's fine. We'll get it took care of. It's fine. And it is. But I'm a lot more mellowed out than what I used to be. But I think that's a good thing. Over there's jalapenos. But I'm going to chop up this jalapeno, dice it up, and get that batter made for that cornbread and get it in the oven. And move on with my day. Oh, that juice is really good. Okay, y'all, I've got my barbecue chicken made. I've got it sitting here cooling. When I was first cooking it in the crock pot, I thought it was going to be way too much sauce. But it actually worked out pretty good. Once you shred that chicken, it's going to absorb a lot anyway. And so I think it worked out about right. I had a little bit of extra sauce left that I didn't add. And as you can see that right there, just that little bit, I just left it in the crock pot because I thought this looked moist enough. So I'm going to let this cool, put some aluminum foil over it, and I'll set it in the freezer later. And that part of the dinner's done pretty well.
Your turn.
A yellow horse.
Yeah, I got a yellow horse. See, I told you flam me on that first one.
No, it's at the cards. The dice
I did.
A yellow chicken. Nope. Return this.
An orange sheep.
Nope.
I don't have no orange sheep.
A purple barn.
I got one of them. Cool. See, I picked my own card that time. I'm getting better.
A red sheep. Yay.
I don't have no red sheep. My turn. A purple sheep. I got one. See, now look, I done got more now than I did before I go. You flammed me.
A orange chicken. A red chicken.
I got one. Bingo.